Hello, lovely people of YouTube or Instagram. This is Kelly at Cajal Moon again. Yay! Like number 4, maybe? Videos here. And today I wanted to do Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage did a tarot tag, hashtag, deck storage tag. And I thought that was a lot of fun. Get to see where everybody keeps their decks. And as my space is new, you can tell my background. Look at that. Waha! My husband and I hung up the curtains finally. I'm in the basement, and I have a little corner carved out now that for myself, so, you know, my little goddess cave, as you'd say, or something like that. So what I have for you today is Jennifer had 5 questions, and those questions were, let me pull that back up. So the first question is, where do you store your decks? Show if you can, or let us know you've showed it on a previous video, which I know I took a picture on Instagram at one point, but I haven't put it on the video as far as I can tell. So let's see if I can show this to you without making you guys completely dizzy here. Let's see if I can do this. Go slow and turn. I have a bookshelf next to me. Aha. Well, this upper one here, this is actually my husband's. I bought him the Dragon Tarot. And he had a friend years and years ago give him Tarot of the Old Path. I carved out this shelf. Oh, I'm making you dizzy. So sorry. See if I can do it here. Where I have the decks that I currently have. So, Quest deck, my original deck. Everyday Witch, what I'm using right now. These 3 I'm using currently for challenges on Instagram. My Gaian Tarot. Secrets of the Mystic Grove Oracle, The Bad Bitches Tarot by Ethany, Mons Tarot by Joanna Nelson. I have a Rider-Waite. I think it's a Universal Weight, my Gaian Tarot box. We do have the box for the Gaian Tarot, even though it currently lives in a bag. My mother got me this Native American Tarot for Christmas last year, as well as the Wild Unknown. My Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. Is in a Fitbit box, which I explained in an earlier video. And I have the Riderless Tarot, which is all about horses. Hello, I love horses. My Everyday Witch box. The Druid Animal Oracle, which I haven't really used yet, but it's fairly new. And my Oracle of the Dragon Fae, which I bought at a local store and have not used yet either. But, you know, there's a couple of journals on here, some of my tarot books, my Teresa Reed's tarot coloring book, some Cartomancer magazines, all the fun stuff. Go down, woo, bookshelf. The things I use and keep next to me. Most of these shelves are covered in books. And look, here's my tarot table. Whoa, it's just a little desk I stuck in a corner. So, I've got my tea. I've got 2 of my bags because I actually keep 2 of these, and I'll show them in a minute. My working candle for when I have my tarot. A book I just bought and am reading right now called You Are Woman, You Are Divine. I saw it on Instagram. This is just stuck in a corner next to, there's plenty of space behind it, so I stuck a lamp so I have some light. I'm going to switch this back around. Woot! I'm going to flash you with my fingers. Let's do this. I apologize. Let me get that back on there. See if I'm still centered fairly well. Not too bad. So those is where I keep those are my decks. That's where I keep them. Currently, I fix this little something wobbly here. I have a new camera, so yeah, this shelf, well, the bookshelf was already here. It's attached to the wall, so I didn't move it. And I told my husband I wanted it out of this space. Then I cleaned off a shelf in the middle that lines up right with the table and said, you know what? Never mind. Here's my decks currently. Oh, you see the dog moving the curtain behind me. She goes where I go. Little schnauzer. My other one can't. He's too old, can't get downstairs, and he's probably mad at us right now because he can't come down here with us. But that is where I keep my decks. And I gotta pull Jennifer's questions back up on my screen here so I can see. Okay. Do you keep the boxes? I do still have the Gaian Tarot box, although I am keeping that one in a bag. You see my bag? This is my Guy and Tarot. There's a crystal in here. Just a quartz crystal, I think. I've showed it before. Little quartz crystal. But I've kept the box for that one because I needed to. The only other ones that do not have boxes currently are the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, which I think, because it's big like the Guy and Tarot and everything was all loose inside of it once I had opened everything. And my original Quest deck. Yeah, you know, that was 2003. Who knows where that box is? I either still had it or lost it in the house fire we had in 08. Either or. But the rest of my decks, which are all, you know, like I said, fairly new, they're staying in their boxes currently. And I love the boxes that, like, Ethany's here. You know, that's an awesome one. Where you have, oh, let me show it so you can see it. You know, the cards in the book and the everything just fit beautifully, and they don't take up a lot of space. So why wouldn't I keep it in the box to protect the cards? It makes sense to me. So, number 3, how do you pair your deck with a bag, and what material do you prefer? Cotton, satin, etc. I only have 2 bags currently. This bag, which I have mentioned before in another video, a friend made me. It's actually silk. She crocheted or knitted it, put little horse charms on it. Yeah, I love this. This one is my original deck. Quest deck still stays in it. And then this bag is my Guy and Tarot. This is what I'm keeping it in. And if you'll notice a theme here at all, hello, purple and green. I don't know if you can see it really well. You can see the inside of this one. Oh, this one's inside's turquoise. But it's all phased to purple and green, kind of shiny, and inexpensive. That was the other thing. It was fairly inexpensive. I bought it on Etsy somewhere. I don't remember where, unfortunately. But those are the only 2 bags that I have. And I think that as long as the box fits nicely and doesn't take up too much room, the decks will basically stay in the boxes. That's what I'm thinking for now. But, like, you know, I don't have a lot of decks yet. I intend to have a lot more, and there might be a point where I'm like, oh, yeah, nope, taking up too much room in the boxes, and we'll have to move them around. We'll see. So, that's one of those things that'll be. Number 4, what decides if you put a deck in its original box or bag? And I just explained that. If the box is so big that the cards and the book are just going to float around in it, or the book fits in it great, but the cards are going to float around, yeah, it's going to go into a bag. If everything fits nice and neat and snug in the boxes, like a lot of the newer decks do, it'll stay in its box. And we'll continue in that vein until we run out of room for storage and see how that happens there. So if you could have anything in the world, for question number 5, what would be your ultimate storage area? Well, let's see, I've heard a couple of answers. Seen a couple of these so far. And, okay, you know, the library. I read, I love books, and having a tarot room that is like a beautiful library would be awesome. But then I thought, sunroom. See, I'm in the basement. Yeah, I have a fluorescent light we have found to brighten up the space because I like light, and now that the curtains are up, it's blocking out some of the light from a little window. I have a little window in front of me, but it doesn't let in a lot of light. So I'm like, okay, can we do a cross between the library and the sunroom? Lots of beautiful windows and light, lots of beautiful bookshelves, built-ins, fun stuff, beautiful table to do my tarot readings. Yeah, I'd be super happy. So that is Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage, is her name on YouTube. Probably Instagram also. I need to go find her there. And it's hashtag deckstoragetag, and it's a lot of fun, people, okay? So enjoy yourselves. Have a lovely day. Thank you.